So earlier this summer, Marcellus decided that he wanted his hair blue, and we bought the Splat Haircolor brand in a very bright blue. I can't remember the color. I went ahead and followed the directions and used the bleach portion of it. There's two ways you can do that. You can actually just put the stain on your hair if it is blonde, which he is, or you can actually bleach your hair and then put the color in, which for like a more vibrant color. I decided to go ahead and use the bleach because I wanted the color to stay a little bit longer. So we've gone through the whole summer and he has looked really awesome. He looked like an anime character actually at first, so I'll have to put a picture just to show you how bright blue he was. But school is now beginning and he's ready to go back to his natural color. I did a little bit of research online. I Googled and looked at a ton of YouTube videos and found that it is not as easy to get the stain out of your hair as it is to put it in. I found quite a few videos on how to remove it without using bleach, but from what I can see, these remedies are such that you have to do them something like 15 to 20 times. And one of the most popular that I keep seeing is crushing up vitamin C tablets and putting it into like dishwashing detergent and shampooing your hair with it, and it really has to be very drying. So I decided just to use the products that hairstylists use. Of course, the home versions. I went and bought a bleaching kit, which I've used different brands in the past for, you know, highlighting and such, but I think this is a good brand. And then I bought a color to put back into his hair that I think most closely resembles his natural hair color. So we're just going to do that today, and I'm going to show you how easy that is to do. So stick around and we'll show you how to really get rid of the splat hair stain. Okay, we had a little fiasco because my battery died, but it's okay. We have it plugged into the charger, and hopefully this will last long enough to show you what I'm doing. Marcellus's hair has grown out about 1 inch already. So what I'm going to do is just take the bottle and my gloved hands and begin to put the bleach on the spots where his hair is blue still. I'm not going to go all the way down to the scalp. I don't know that you can see that. Kaylee, maybe I can get you to pick the camera up and just kind of lean it over to show what I'm doing. Yeah, can you do that, please? That's all I really want to do with this segment is just, here, stand up, Marcellus. Scoot you over. Just want to show them what we're doing. Okay, sit back down. Can you see his hair?
Yeah.
Okay, so all I'm doing is taking my hand, brushing a little section, and we don't want to go down to the scalp because there's, first of all, no need to remove. Can you see even anything that I'm doing? Okay, you can't see what I'm doing. Turn your head this way. See, I have not gone down to the scalp with that. I'm very carefully just going to the blue. And since his hair has been bleached once already in this spot, or the places where the blue is, it shouldn't take that long to remove the blue back out. So I'm going to try to work very quickly and not get down to the roots. The other reason you do not want to go to the roots with the bleach is your scalp is warmer and it will cause the bleach to work fast. So you would basically be bleaching your hair out to a very pale lemon yellow or a white at your scalp, and then the ends of your hair would end up being a little bit darker blonde. So there, I don't know how well you can see that. That's like one section. You can see the blue starting to lift already in that section out. And we'll go ahead and let the camera charge for a little bit and come back and show you what it looks like, hopefully in a few minutes. I'll time it and give you kind of an idea of how long it will take. I'm sure with each person, as with any hair product, the length of time will depend on the hair color to begin with, and then also the thickness, etc. Okay, so I've been putting the bleach on his hair, and I don't know if you can see from this video, there is still like a little bit of greenish blue tinge, but we are really, really close to being done. I've removed my gloves because I wanted to get the camera off the charger. You probably can see there's just a tiny bit of green, and I don't want to rinse it out yet because he is already blonde and I'm going to put a blonde back into it. I'm actually putting an ash blonde, which has sort of a greenish tint to it to begin with, and I don't want to send my kid to school with green hair. So I'm going to let that keep working until all of the green is out. You can see his roots, which I tried to keep the bleach off of. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that completely. His roots are sort of a golden blonde, but they are getting a little reddish, so I wonder if some of the bleach is actually touching them. So I would say he's telling me it's been about 44 minutes at this point since I started applying. He could be right. I wasn't paying attention, which is a bad thing, which is why I'm not a hairdresser. I'm a mom. So yeah, I'm seeing little bits of green in there still. So I'm going to let it go another 5-10 minutes. At this point, I think we have gotten as much color out of his hair as we're possibly going to get. I don't think he could get much blonder. If your hair is darker to start with, it may not get this light blonde, so don't stress. The main thing is to get the color out. I do still see a few spots where there's some pale green, but he's telling me that he's cool with it, and rather than risk breaking all of his hair off, I'm going to go ahead and rinse the bleach out. So we decided that there is definitely not enough green in his hair to even worry about. I'm going to go ahead and put the blonde color in, the toning color, and we'll have normal looking hair again. He decided he doesn't want to look this blonde, so we'll go ahead and yeah, right there's a little bit of green, a lot, but I think when the color's on it won't be noticeable. So we'll go ahead and apply the hair color and go from there. Okay, I have all the color on his hair now, and I'm just going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. Because I just bleached his hair is going to soak up the color really, really fast. So I don't want to leave it on too long. It may end up darker than it should be. But basically, because I bleached it all, I just did an all over color. We weren't trying to touch up roots or anything like that. Now, there was a small section of his root that I did attempt to not bleach. However, there may have been some bleach on it. At any rate, the roots may end up a little reddish because the coloring process sometimes makes hair a little bit red before it gets to that ashy tone. So we will see in a few minutes how it turned out. So I left the hair color on for about 10 minutes and it soaked up pretty quickly. Maybe a little more on the ends, but not too bad. And I think it ended up very, very close to his natural hair color, which was kind of a golden blonde with some ashy, taupe-like highlights in it. Definitely much quicker and nicer than trying to do 20 applications of a vitamin C paste and you can see how shiny the hair is. It doesn't feel porous or dry or any of the other things that I've heard other people complaining about when they've had to do repeated applications of other substances to try to get rid of the splat hair color. So that was pretty painless, and we'd probably do it again. I'm sure at some point in the future somebody else is going to want their hair colored pink or blue or purple, and I like to let them express themselves, so that worked out well. There you have it. The way to really, really get rid of splat.